Ollie, what are you doing, man? Mike Tyson has a pet tiger, not a pet lion, man. I got a real tattoo, and you can't even figure out a costume? What is going on, guys? Will here, welcome to the video. So I am a big fan of boxing. I did it myself for many years, but it has been a while since I picked up the gloves, and I thought what better way to get back into it than to follow the daily routine of the heavyweight legend, Mike Tyson. So he is 230 to 240 pounds, standing at 5'10" to 5'11.5". No one really knows his true height. Maybe he's just boosting it a bit to step up his Tinder game. And you know what? I respect that. So this day's gonna be full of tons of food, 3,000 to 4,000 calories to be exact, a lot of repetition work and technique training for boxing, and a whole whack ton of calisthenics. So I'm gonna get to bed right now the night before, because guess what? So Mike Tyson likes to wake up every morning at 4 a.m. and go for a 3 to 5 mile jog. Getting up at 4 a.m. has been quite the regular occurrence on this channel lately. And I think Mike Tyson has 44 knockouts in his career, and I'd rather be number 45 than wake up at 4 a.m. again. So he mentioned the reason why he likes to wake up at 4 a.m. and go for a run is because he believes his opponents are still asleep at this time, and let's be real, they probably are, so just a little bit of added motivation. So ready to go, shoes are on, time for a 3 to 5 mile jog. Hopefully I don't scare the living hell out of anyone, because I think I look quite intimidating or stupid, but then again, it's 4 a.m. and pretty much anything's more intimidating at this time. A little after 5 a.m. right now, ran a little over 4 miles. Because what do you do if someone gives you a range? You meet in the middle. So I'd like to think my neighbors are looking at their windows at this point and saying, that Tennyson kid, he's quite athletic getting up at 4 a.m. But realistically, they're probably just looking out the window going, oh, good for him. But the good news is I get to go home now, shower up, and go back to bed until breakfast time. Welcome back, everyone. Feeling rejuvenated slightly. Didn't go back to sleep after that run. I'm one of those guys that once I'm up, and also looks like my shower kind of started to chip away at my tattoo. So for those guys who are wondering if it's real, it's not. I'm not that committed just yet. So it's 10 a.m. right now, which means it's time for breakfast. And his breakfast is pretty standard, just oatmeal, milk, and then his daily vitamins. $10 a.m. time for meal number 1. I'm absolutely starving. I guess that's what waking up at 4 a.m. does to you. Now, I'm very surprised that there's no cannabis in this meal, because fun fact, Mike Tyson actually owns his own weed farm, and I thought he'd be a fan of the wake and bake, but I guess there's nothing in here. Maybe he puts in his oatmeal with the cinnamon. I wouldn't put it past him. So oatmeal here, we got my omegas, vitamin D and vitamin C for my vitamins, and then here I got some cashew milk. I couldn't source a tiger for the tiger milk, and I can't drink cow milk because it makes me feel kind of upset in the tummy, so we're going with a milked nut. And I always think, I don't actually always think, just when the topic of milk arises, who was the first person to milk a cow? And what were they thinking? What were they trying to achieve? I mean, I'm happy they did it, because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have yogurt, cheese, ice cream. So we should all take a moment of silence and thank them for their curiosity. Okay, meal number 1 down. Overall, very light meal. Still very hungry and not a lot of protein. So I'm assuming he kept this meal fairly light, because the bulk of the training is coming up very shortly. A lot of sparring, a lot of calisthenics. So I don't think he wants a lot of food bouncing around in his stomach. So gonna let this digest for a little bit, and I'll see you guys soon. All right, guys, breakfast digested, feeling really good. So now we're gonna do 10 rounds of sparring, and my sparring partner is gonna be this lovely gentleman right here by the name of Bob, the only man I can kind of break my social distancing boundaries with. So he's gonna be the sparring partner for today. So 10 rounds, each round is gonna be 2 minutes long with a 45-second rest. I'm only used to one round of 30 seconds long, and that's on a good day. So we are going far out of my comfort zone. So I'm gonna throw my gloves on, throw my headgear on, and then start beating the hell out of this thing. My head's fat, man. I can't even get inside this thing. Come on, man, stay up, stay up. I'm not even done with you yet, man. Whew. That was only 1 round. You know, I feel like a lot of people underestimate just how hard boxing is on your cardiovascular system, because you don't see a lot of running, but you're exerting so much force with the punches that after 10 rounds of 2 minutes, I'm gonna be wiped. With 2 minutes, feels like 10 minutes. And then 45 seconds, feels like 10 seconds. All right, last round, guys. What was that? You want a combo from Wendy's? I can't get you that. I can give you 1, 2, 3, 2 combo. Oh man, 2 minutes, like what the Hey, come here. Good job, buddy. Oh. Shut the hell up. All right, well, that was the first portion of the workouts for the entire day. So you think after this, we have a nice break, kind of have a drink, have a meal or something? Nope. Time for some calisthenics. All right, guys, so the sparring is done. I'm actually completely wiped, but now it's time for the calisthenics, and there's a ton of reps that are about to happen right now with very minimal weight. So he didn't actually start lifting weight until a lot later on into his career, because a lot of other boxers started doing it. So he's like, hey, I might as well too. So this workout is 2,000 squats, 500 tricep pushdowns, 500 push-ups, 500 shrugs with 30 kilos, 500 neck crunches, and 30 minutes of neck bridges. Now I searched what neck bridges were because I didn't know what they were, and apparently it's a very advanced neck training exercise, and there's a lot of controversy as to whether it's healthy for your neck or not. So I decided to be smart and not do it. So I'm going to do some extra neck crunches. So I'm going to do squats, push-ups, tricep extensions, into the shrugs, into the neck crunches, repeat that. So the goal is to do 50, 50, 50, 50, just keep on going until I pretty much die. So he doesn't do all these all at once. He spreads them out throughout the day 3 times. So we have 3 different sessions of calisthenics, and we have to make sure we get all these reps done throughout the day. So let's see how we do here. Yeah. Oh my God. That was only 50. Push-up time.
Yeah. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here. Watch it look daytime in the night.
Tricep extensions after 50 push-ups. Oh. Not fun. My chest is really cramping.
You must be blinded by the lights. You must be blinded by the lights. Yeah, yeah.
So shrugs, 30 kilos, 65 pounds, if you guys were wondering.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Oh my God. Okay, well that was 1 round, and I'm already curled up in a ball. I feel more tired than I would in my whole entire workout on a normal day. So we'll see how long this takes me. We'll see how many reps I get through. It actually feels like I got 405 on the bar right now. This is insane. I'm only 200 squats deep, and I can barely walk right now.
Night you lullaby. I'm doing me, it's do or die. You must be blinded by the lights. We came to shine here.
The shrugs, by far, this is like the break of the circuit. My neck? What neck?
They hate and say we went and changed. Why stay the same? You must be blinded by the lights. You must be blinded by the lights.
Okay, so I've done 400 squats. I've done 150 push-ups, 250 tricep extensions, 200 shrugs, and I'm on 150 neck crunches. So I'm about to do 50 more of those, and that's probably gonna wrap it up for the upper body stuff. And then I'm just gonna try to get to 700 for the first round of calisthenics for the day, and then go upstairs and have some lunch. insane, but if you want to be the best in your sport, you gotta get outside your comfort zone. Oh, only the great ones did this stuff. It's crazy. You do this 5 times a week, so you better believe I'm doing it one time. Okay, that was part 1 done. So let's go shower and then cook up some lunch. And you haven't been up since 4 a.m., dude. So currently making my lunch right now, just got out of the shower. And on the stove right now, I have 150 grams of steamed white rice right here, simmering away. And to go alongside that, I have a 9-ounce chicken breast just finishing up and a tall glass of orange juice. Now, I have not had a glass of orange juice in ages, and I must say, I'm really enjoying it. I don't usually condone drinking my calories unless it's something sweet or has some extra protein in it. So here we have just a traditional basic bodybuilder meal, chicken breast, white rice, no broccoli. Seems like this guy does not eat any sort of vegetables at all. Now this chicken breast is looking extremely dry. I mean, I could do it dry, doing it dry is fine. You can make it work, but I like it wet, right? So I'm gonna add some Frank's Red Hot sauce. It makes it go down a little bit easier. From the amount of working out I've been doing, I think I'm gonna synthesize every last gram of protein in this chicken breast. That's lunch, and after looking at his diet, it looks like he doesn't have a lot of variety of foods. It just seems like each meal is like a carb and a protein, and it just seems like he's not eating for enjoyment, it's just eating for fuel, and that's a true athlete to me. So, gonna let this digest, and then we put the gloves back on and do some more sparring. We're back, unfortunately, so this is gonna be a little bit different than this morning where we did 10 rounds of sparring, because right now, we're only gonna be doing 6, but on top of the sparring, he also does like speed bag work and some more technique stuff, and also a lot of skipping. So I brought the skipping rope outside because I don't have the other stuff, like the heavy bag and everything, so we're just gonna do 6 rounds and then some skipping. And then back to the calisthenics. You know what, the more that I think about it and going through his day and actually living it, I'm very surprised he's only eating 3,000 to 4,000 calories, because the amount of training volume this guy does, I don't know how that supports his training and his recovery and stuff. It just seems crazy. Like, I'm still hungry. The chicken breast, the rice, and the oatmeal, like, it didn't really do it for me. This looks like a defeated man walking in for a sparring thing right now. I can barely walk, and just holding my arms up is a task. My neck is just wrecked right now. My hand placement and my feet work right now. This is how you get knocked out and stay down for a week. So the sparring is all done for the day. So I did a total of 16 rounds. So the 6 rounds just now was a lot easier than the first 10, and mainly due to the fact that I couldn't get my heart rate that high because I'm so sore and I just can't exert so much force because just my shoulders and my legs, I just can't really do it. But that's it for the sparring, so that's the good news. So now it's time to go back downstairs and do more repetitions of the same thing. So it seems like to be the best, you just gotta keep on doing the same stuff over and over again. So I know it seems like a very repetitive day, but this is just what the champs do. One shot, now the future is yours. Go!
Yeah, I was building on the lecture. Verses coming daily under pressure. Working on the plot and the scheme. The true stock trademark is at the edge of your dreams. I'm talking one shot for the kill. The freeze up, straight dropping the kill.
So I decided to take a quick little snack break before I get into the last and final portion of the exercise for the day. And this snack is probably one of the weirdest ones I've ever had in my life. And that is 6 bananas. Looks like my browser history is coming back to haunt me. And a protein shake. So, I mean, this just seems a little bit overkill, but then again, I do definitely need the carbs at this point, so let's get at it. Now, I think there's a Japanese word for the situation I'm currently in right now. I don't know what it is. But let's just start with the smallest first and work our way up to the big boys. Mom?
Yeah?
Do you know how many squats I've done today?
No.
1,600.
Are you kidding?
No, body weight.
No.
Yeah. So if I'm looking extra thick tomorrow, don't be alarmed. That's 1 down, 5 more to go. That's what she said. It's nice I gotta rinse it down with the chocolate protein shake. Chocolate banana just goes together so well. All right, we're on the final two, and I'm starting to get kind of grossed out right now. These are way too ripe for me. Like, their destiny was certainly supposed to be banana bread. Okay, snack complete. That was an experience I never want to relive ever again, and I'm pretty confident about that. So that filled me up a lot more than I thought it was going to. My thought process was I was gonna come upstairs, eat this, and then head back down, but this filled me up just a crazy amount. I think it was like almost 1,000 calories. So I'm gonna sit down for a bit and chill, and then I'll head downstairs and I'll see you guys soon. All right, back from the quick snack break. 6 bananas, feels kind of weird on the stomach, not gonna lie. But now it's time to do some shadow boxing. So current situation with the calisthenics, I have 400 squats left, and then everything else is complete. So just 400 squats after I do some shadow boxing. So a lot of times people think shadow boxing is a warm-up, but it's actually a very, very hard and effective full body workout, and it's very tiring as well. So a lot of like fighters, martial artists, boxers use this to focus on their technique, their form, because it's basically you versus you. Oftentimes you'll be looking in the mirror, and this is how your opponent's gonna see you. So Mike Tyson focuses on one type of technique every single day. So I'm gonna be focusing on the jab right now, which is the most important punch in boxing. Why? Because it sets up the power punch, which is your strong hand. It also sets up the start for many combos. So again, so I'm right-handed and my jab is in my left hand. So I'm gonna be working on my jab for a little bit. You're just punching air. But I'm telling you, you run out of gas. Wow. Shadow boxing complete. So we got 400 squats left, which doesn't seem like a whole lot since I've just done 1,600. And then go upstairs, shower yet again, and then eat some dinner. All right, squats complete, if that's what we even want to call them at that point. Well, that goes the exercise portion of the day. So I'm gonna probably go upstairs and go chill in my pool for a solid hour or two, and then go make some dinner. Currently grilling up a steak right now for dinner. Luckily, it's not chicken breast, but you know what? I probably shouldn't complain because chicken breast is probably the closest thing to breast some guys get these days in quarantine. But while I was taking a break, I went online and searched, is Mike Tyson afraid of vegetables? Like, what is the deal? And I actually found some pretty interesting information, and that is in 2009, he was actually considered clinically obese. He had a very bad diet and had a bad drug and alcohol addiction. But in 2010, he completely turned it around. Went vegan, said he's never been healthier, and he's been doing it ever since. So it's really nice to see he's kind of turned his life around. He's actually eating his vegetables too. So if you guys are curious what I put on my steak and pretty much all of my meat, it's been this stuff right here, this buttery steakhouse stuff. Got it at Costco. It's really good as well on rice. I put it on my rice earlier today. It gives it this richness that it just can't be beat, so pick it up. Time for the last and final meal. So I have a 9-ounce sirloin steak, a serving and a half of pasta and tomato sauce, and then a whole ton of juice, tropical juice. So it's kind of nice that Mike Tyson is a little bit inclusive in his last meal, going with a wide variety of fruits in this juice and not just stuck to just one like bananas and oranges. So I am extremely hungry. I have done so much activity today and I cannot wait to eat. But after this, we're still not done. We have an hour to do on the bike, 30 minutes to an hour. My, oh my, am I good with my meat? This is medium rare to perfection. If some of you guys are looking to gain weight, look how much pasta is in this plate. Not very much. 500 calories. So finding calorie dense carbs is the easiest way to get calories in. A little over an hour since I last ate, and now I'm just gonna go onto the exercise bike for around 30 minutes at a very moderate pace. Not very intense. This is not for exercise, but more so just for active recovery since I, did 2,000 squats. Active recovery is actually seen as a lot more beneficial than doing nothing at all, because what it does is it speeds up the recovery process by reducing lactic acid, reducing soreness, keeping the muscles flexible, reducing toxins in the muscle, and just increasing overall blood flow. So if you have a very intense workout regime, you should definitely consider some active recovery because it's probably in your best interest and you'll recover a lot faster. Okay, so it's the end of the day right now. I'm feeling extremely wiped out. It just seems like everything I've done all day has just hit me right now. So I'm very sore and my neck is super stiff. Like even just turning it this much is giving me a headache. So I know I'm gonna be feeling that for many, many days after tonight. So Mike Tyson usually finishes his day off watching fight footage or some sort of training footage, but I have no fight coming up. So what I'm currently doing is watching, well, as I turn my neck this slowly, some of my cheat day videos in preparation for my 20K calorie challenge that'll be inevitably coming up in the near future. So trying to improve my eating skills, my one biting skills, constantly working on my craft and trying to improve myself. If you guys like these diet and training videos, let me know in the comment section down below. Also, let me know who you guys want to see, and the most liked comment will be the next person that you guys are going to see. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.